It's the match you've been waiting for here on Coventry United TV. It's the M6 derby. Coventry United and Rugby Town have just kicked off here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United in red and green, Rugby Town all in sky blue on a freezing cold day in Coventry, but things are about to light up under the bright blue winter sky. Two massive games here in England today. Of course, one of them's played in Qatar technically, but it's going to be Coventry United versus Rugby first, and then you can get yourself ready for the England-France game at 7 o'clock. We'll get into the team news now. Coventry United have Chris Roscoe back in goal. The defence will consist of Sean Wills, Harry Chesterton, Callum Ballinger, Adam Miles and Jacob Williams. In midfield, there's a three of Blowers and, two I should say, of Blowers and Mollison, and up front will be Agambiade, Carey and Bradshaw. And for Rugby Town, there's an unchanged starting lineup from the 3-1 victory over Milton Keynes Irish. Usual suspects are there, likes of Hill, Summerfield, Achencora, Kolodinsky up front, and Jordan Wilson, Ryan Seal too. Coventry United with a big task on their hands, but they're looking to start early with Joseph Agambiade. And had his hands on the ball, unfortunately. He had his hands on the defender too, but it was given for a handball. So just been reminded by the Coventry United chairman, Michael Kavanagh, it could be his son's home debut. Even Kavanagh, one of the substitutes this afternoon. Very promising young player. Do I get paid now, boss? Carey finds Chesterton on the left-hand side. There's an extra mince pie for you. Shame I don't like mince pies. Is there a dart fruit ready for me for the England game? That'll do. Here's Chesterton with the throw. Here's Callum Ballinger. His home, his first Coventry United start, I should say, in the league. He did start that ill-fated game against Timmerdale, but less said about that the better. As Adam Miles hooks it out on this near side away from Seal. It's going to be a rugby throw level with the penalty area. It's going to be left for Summerfield to take. I bet they even need the team sheets for this game. I know half of the rugby players. Towards Wilson, flicked on with a head, only as far as Jake Williams, playing in that centre-back partnership with Adam Miles, which was so successful during the absence of Ed El Hagani. Unfortunately, the big man not available again today, serving the second of his 2-game ban for the red card against Histon. Ryan DeVoyle also unavailable. He picked up his 5th yellow card of the season against Rothwell in that dramatic 92nd minute victory. And here's the man who scored that goal, Joe Blowers, but outpaced by Summerfield. Here's Liam Francis, across to Achencora. Josh Thomas. He's got Recchi on the right-hand side of the captain. He's going to try and go through the middle. Big mistake, as he's a false back rate came from by Ballinger. I think Ballinger forgetting where he is on the field. He's supposed to be playing anchoring midfield today. And the offside flag raised on the far side. And that's a shame for Kane Elliott. He would have had space to cross. Sean Wills playing at right back. Not the first centre mid to play right back and do well this season. We had Brad Coleman do the exact same thing in the absence of Jared Clamp. Here's Wills again, but he's out-muscled by Jordan Wilson, and the referee giving it, well, I think it's a little bit of a soft free kick there. Shoulder to shoulder, nothing wrong with a bit of physicality in the game, little test of strength. The referee didn't like it. We're talking of big matches. As we said, we've got the England game on a little bit later, but also Coventry City back in action today. They're at the Select Car Leasing Stadium, the home of Reading. We'll keep you up to date with that game, again, at 2 o'clock kickoff. Recchi, the big centre-back starlet for rugby, all the way back with Hill. One of the most impressive goalkeepers in this league. Rugby with the second best defensive record. Conceding just 7 goals all year. The only team with a better record, Coventry Spinks, who have conceded 5. Kolodinsky scored the first goal in a Coventry United match at the Butts Park Arena back in August 2017, an FA Cup game that day. Recchi. I tried to cross for the ball to Achenkora. It was handing a silver platter to Agambiade in the centre circle as he blocked the ball, but he couldn't bring it to feet. And Adam Miles just getting it out of danger with that ball towards the near side of the field, just shy of the halfway line. Back with Hill. Towards Summerfield. Has he kept that one in? Yes, he has. Right on the touchline. Chest control by Kolodinsky. Closed down by Chesterton. And that's an opportunity to cross in. Achenkora picked out! Skies it. Edwin Achenkora with the first real opportunity of the match, being found beautifully by Kane Elliott. The rugby fans here in their numbers is set to be easily the biggest attendance of the season for Coventry United. Upwards of, I'd say 250, maybe pushing on 300. The rugby fans are a loud bunch. So the Red Green Army have to be at their best today, as will their players. Down the centre of the park towards Mitch Mollison, beaten mid-air by Francis. Kolodinsky. It's with Ryan Seal, who scored twice in the Milton Keynes Irish game. Stumbles over thanks to a little shove from Callum Ballinger halfway into Coventry United territory. And Seal will loft it in. It's towards Wilson. Poor feet from Thomas, launched away by Bradshaw, wearing the unlucky number 13 today. That's launched out on that far side by Locke, allowing his teammates to track back and avoid the Coventry United counter. Jim O'Driscoll tuned in. He says, "Come on, the Valley, get the 3 points, please." From Crowley in Ireland, John Blower's tuned in. Good to have you back, John. Of course, Joe Blower's back in the team, and we're glad that he was there on Saturday. As we said, that 92nd minute winner against Rothwell. Deja vu at Sergeant's Lawn. Well, let's hope it's deja vu here at the Butts Park Arena today. Of course, Coventry United beating Rugby 3-1 last time they came to the Butts. On a very emotional day, the first game after we'd lost young supporter Alfie Mercer. As a controversial throw-in is given there. It looked like Carl Carey had put the ball through Recchi's legs via a deflection, but apparently the ball never touched Recchi. It's not line from Summerfield. Chest control by Wilson, who's being held by Jake Williams. And Coventry United have got the throw. Rugby fans not happy. Chesterton. It's for Agambiade. Won in mid-air by Recchi. Miles swung upfield by Harry Chesterton. It nearly picked out Carl Carey. A chance to break into some free space, but it's launched out by Recchi. Rugby utilising a back 5 today. Coventry United well versed in scoring goals this season. They've got their top scorer, Joseph Agambiade, back, his second start after a couple of games out. A trip on Mollison by Jordan Wilson. Coventry United will have the free kick on the halfway line, just in from the left touch line. John Blower's tuned in from Singapore as well. You get on a flight now, John. You might just get the Qatar in time. Miles found the penalty area, but Bradshaw and Agambiade were behind it. That's out for a goal kick. Full fixture list of Championship football. The Premier League not back until Boxing Day. So we'll keep up to date with what's going on in the Championship. And we're hearing a bit of team news on England. We're hearing it's going to be an unchanged lineup from the Senegal match. And why would you change it? There's a clear push there on Jake Williams. Oh, and Chris Roscoe nearly having the ball swept from under his feet by Jordan Wilson. He did have the ball swept away. Thankfully, it was by Adam Miles, who makes his apologies. I'm not sure why the referee didn't give a free kick for the push on Williams there. Achenkora. Throw up line sent high into the winter sky by Wills. Nodded on by Francis, only as far as his opposite centre-back, Adam Miles, who sticks his laser through that one. Carey should bring it down under the pressure from Recchi, but he needs help now. He's going to be sandwiched between the two rugby players. They'll find his way out of that sandwich. Carl Carey looking for Callum Banninger, but it's blocked by the rugby man. Agambiade to Chesterton. Carey wants it back, but it's played centrally with Banninger playing in an anchoring midfield role this afternoon. His first league start for the club, and it just bounces away, that crossfield ball from Sean Wills, now for a throw. And Duran's asking for a big shout out to all the Valley fans tuned in. Hope you're doing all well. Everyone tuned in from Coventry United and Rugby, and all the neutral supporters as well. You're very welcome to this edition of Coventry United TV, live from the Butts Park Arena. Agambiade brought it down, but Akinkurra with the momentary interception. Coventry United have got it back though, and it's put through for Joe Blows by Carkey. Will he get there ahead of Matt Hill? No, he won't. The goalkeeper just beating the former Southend youngster to the punch. 11 minutes gone at the Butts Park Arena. A very even start between Coventry United and Rugby Town. It's 0-0. There's only 4 teams who have yet to draw this season in the entire United Counties League Premier Division South. 2 of them are playing today, Coventry United and Rugby. So expect a 0-0. Usually the commentator's curse here at the Butts Park Arena. Francis' run is blocked up by Wills, but gets the ball down line to David Kolodinsky, falls into the corner. But he has found, well, he found the teammate in Kane Elliott, but there was a little trip by Kolodinsky as Elliott puts it into the back of the net. It's not going to count, and Elliott could in fact find himself in trouble for kicking the ball away. A sign of frustration from Kane Elliott. The card stays in the pocket, but Elliott's name is going to be in the referee's head for a while. The highlight of today's game will be delayed for obvious reasons. A little bit busy tonight. So the highlights will be available tomorrow afternoon. Roscoe, flicked on by Wills. Akinkurra, the interception on the halfway line. Coventry United started slowly last week. They don't want to do that again, as Wilson was looking to lay it off. But Ballinger with the interception. Blowers. Carey collects, covered up by the sizable presence of Recchi. Carey in, flicked up by Thomas. Can Akinkurra finish the job? Yes, he can. Towards that centre circle he goes. Here's Wilson. Sent high into the sky by Wills. Ballinger's there. Seal nods it on. Wills and Kolodinsky wrestling for the ball. It's Kolodinsky who's got the better of the young right back. Now it's with Wilson on the volley. Cannons off the leg of Jake Williams for a rugby corner. Great to see Chris Roscoe back in the Coventry United team. He's been out since that tremendous display against Romulus in the FA Vase, suffering a dislocated shoulder, and Adam Miles sending the ball right over his own crossbar. We're going to need another match ball, and someone's going to need a new windscreen in the car park. Don't worry, we've got auto glass on speed dial. Take 2 for Rugby. Who can get on the end of it this time? It's only a cross. And nodded into the bottom corner by Liam Francis. 14 minutes in, Rugby take the lead. United failing to deal with the seconds. And Liam Francis, his hair seemed to take an age to find the bottom corner, but it did bounce over the line, past Roscoe. And after a very even opening to the game, it is Rugby who snatched the lead. Not the start that Carl Nelson was looking for, but Coventry United have become accustomed to combat victories as of late. Well, the score now here at the Butts Park Arena after 15 minutes. Coventry United 0, Rugby Town 1. We're back underway with Agambiale rolling to Callum Ballinger. Williams. Ballinger has a tame cushion ball to Sean Wills, intercepted by Elliott. Who plays it off Wills for the throw. Rugby have the lead, thanks to that header from Francis. So on the Colin Nolan's side to try and fight their way back into this. Not going to be easy against a side, as we said, we've only conceded 7 goals all season. And we're now officially into the second half of the campaign. Francis charged down. And Bradshaw will have the chance to play it through for Joseph Agambiade. Great awareness by Josh Thomas to cut the ball out for a throw. About 15 yards into enemy territory for Coventry United. Wills with ball in hand towards Blowers. Didn't get enough contact on it to find Agambiade. It's Francis, the goal scorer, onto the head of Wilson, who nodded it straight out. No one making the run anyway. Towards Agambiade, didn't quite get the touch. Diving headed by Thomas. Now Achenkora brings it down. Ballinger with his hands all over the number 3. He took it over the line as well. Coventry United with the throw, although Carl Adams, the rugby manager, wants a free kick. No real appeals on this near side of the pitch from the rugby supporters. Towards Agambiade, nodded up and lofted back where it came from with ferocity from Josh Thomas. And Roscoe will see that one bounce back over the line, and a goal kick will follow. Roscoe away, and ironic cheers from the rugby fans. It skews out to the right, just shy of Sean Wills. Now rugby looking for the opening for the second goal. Francis, well, pinballing around that far side. Who got the final touch? It was off Agambiade, I believe. It's still 0-0 between Reading and Coventry. Only 2 o'clock kickoffs today. The other one being Rotherham against Bristol City. In fact, no, that was a half-12 kickoff, so it's 3-1 to Bristol City in that game. The surprise in the Lancashire derby. Blackburn 1, Preston 4, the final score from that one. So Coventry, the only game being played at 2 o'clock. The rest of them were at 3. Francis' header from the throw. It's over the head of Ryan Seal. Barge in from behind on Mitch Morrison. Referee says it's fair game. Morrison keeps the ball and finds Mars, whose clearance is charged down by Kolodinsky. Wilson looking to return to Kolodinsky, and Adam Mars doing the necessary. So it's back into the danger zone. This time it's Williams away. Agambiade, challenged from behind by Josh Thomas. Not enough on the ball to find the teammate momentarily. Kyle Carey first to it though. Francis stabs it away. And a collision between John Wilson and Jake Williams. Body to body, it was Wilson who went down. Have to believe that a player of his stature wouldn't go down that easily. But it is a free kick to Rugby. Wilson has a bit of a connection to Coventry United. He was one of first-team coach Craig Jones' former students. He got the score against the Red and Greens. Free kick. Opportunity to make it 2 for Rugby, and it was off the head of Recchi. Couldn't send it goal bound. And Recchi has fallen on 2 players, one wearing red, one wearing blue. Thankfully, both are okay. Miles and Wilson took out by the human torpedo that is Loiso Recchi. Carey receives from Chesterton. Back heel to Joe Blowers. Great rapport between those two. Ballinger taken out on the challenge, where plays it through to Bradshaw. The stunning leg of Francis taken away momentarily, but it's out wide with Wills. Trying to get the cross in. Blocked by Kane Elliott and lofted away by Achenkora. Only as far as Mollison. He's got a strike on him. Plays it short with Chesterton. Allowed room to breathe and run into Bradshaw. Wasn't a shooting opportunity, so plays it across to Carey on the left. Hooks it in towards Agambiade. Good hands from Hill. Able to claim the cross. Ballinger prevents the crossfield ball from Kolodinsky to Ryan Seal. And now United on the front foot again. This is what they have to do. They have to take the game to Rugby. Carey covered up by Summerfield. Cross. Oh, flicked on by Joe Blowers, who didn't have the legs on it to find Bradshaw. Collected by Hill. Rugby, after 20 minutes, maintain their 1-goal advantage ahead of from Liam Francis. The difference between the two sides as we're about to hit the halfway point in the first half. Kolodinsky headed it across to Wilson. McChesterton's giving it straight back to Wilson. Charged down by Jake Williams. Summerfield. Wilson couldn't turn it home, but Kolodinsky could. The defence like statues for Coventry United, and David Kolodinsky, who scored the first ever goal in a Coventry United match at the Butts Park Arena 5 years ago, has repeated the feat. The ball really shouldn't have caused Coventry United too many issues, but it was complete indecision from the Red Green's back line, allowing the ball first to Wilson, who couldn't convert, then to Kolodinsky, who could. And 21 minutes in, Rugby have control of this match. The game restarts. Scored in that Coventry United 0, Rugby Town 2. A mountain to climb for Carl Nolan's young team. It has been a pretty even game in terms of possession, but Rugby have had 2 chances. They've taken both of them. Ahankora with the throw. It was a 2-0 victory for Rugby earlier on in the season. Coventry United was still very much in transition after the departure of Ivor Lawton. It's time for a throw for Coventry United now. Wills to Ballinger. Heavy touch. And the touch has gone past, over Sean Wills, and it will be a throw into Rugby in front of Carl Adams' dugout. Carl Adams certainly the happier of the two Carls. Cross the ball to Recchi, who's got Carl Carey company. Turns out from Carey's challenge into Blowers. Blowers across to this near side of the field where Summerfield collects his long ball blocked up by Mollison. And Elliott intercepts from Chesterton. It's been a below par performance from Coventry United so far. But that's a good challenge in from Jake Williams to prevent it from reaching Kolodinsky, but a cross put in. Oh, and an own goal from Jake Williams. Things are going from bad to worse for Coventry United. A nightmare moment for the young defender who's been so consistent this season. In fairness to Jake Williams, it was a great finish. It was just in the wrong goal. Well, if you're a Rugby fan, you're getting your money's worth. Coventry United 3-0 down after 24 minutes. This isn't the way that Carl Nolan's side wanted to end the home portion of 2022, but it's quite apt, really, because it has been a roller coaster of a year, and really not a good one for Coventry United. The club very nearly going out of business in July. They've lost 2 managers, 2 chairmen. If you told Coventry United fans that they'd be in this position at the end of the calendar year, back in February, March, they'd snap your hand off as Collins puts it in for Summerfield. Well, at this point, you're expecting every ball, every shot to find the back of the net, and according to the referee, he's taking a touch on the way through. Coventry United 7th in the United Counties League table. Rugby, the league leaders, the class of rugby showing early on. Coventry United have opened the door for Rugby. They knocked it down as Recchi nods over the crossbar. The Valley not content with a 3-goal advantage. Brad Coleman tuned in. He's not too pleased about the performance so far. Home to see the young right back in action soon after suffering a broken jaw in training as Kane Elliott shoves Mitch Mollison to the deck on the fringes of his own penalty area. Coventry United have the free kick and it's taken quickly, lopped it up to Agambiade. Someone's his head, and Agambiade didn't know where the ball was landing then. It's fallen to Recchi and high into the sky by Hill. Will it stay in? Summerfield couldn't get his head in it, throw in Coventry United. Chesterton with ball in hand. Turned by Blowers to Chesterton. And Chesterton's ball under hit. Might have to slide in on Kolodinsky to retrieve possession. Ballinger, the ball behind Chesterton. I dread to think what Carl Nunn's going to say about the first half performance. He's not a man who curbs his words. Here's Blowers. Looking for the crossover ball to Jared Bradshaw, met by the Chester Francis. Here's Jake Williams. Mollison. It's a great ball to Carey, who cushioned it back. No one there, though. Blowers late to the party as he collides with Francis. Referee says no foul. It's Francis back on his feet and Blowers who's taken the brunt of it. Well, United are going to continue. Bradshaw dispossessed from the edge of the penalty area and Blowers is still down. This is not good news for Coventry United. They're already 3 goals behind. And now Joe Blowers, after that lunge in with Liam Francis, is going to need some help from the Coventry United physio, Lucy Stead. Well, Jonas Driscoll says, can we have 4? Jim, don't get greedy now.
Number 16464. 16464. If you've got the ticket 16464, please come and see me. You've won £48. Down yet, bring your ticket down. 48 quid better off.
Blowers receiving a bit of treatment. Well, looking at the bench for Coventry United, there's quite a few injuries and suspensions ravaging the red and green side. But they do still have midfield options in. Probably the key one probably would be Renato Prifty. We have Archie Gallagher who can play in midfield. Ethan Calvin, who's usually a winger. David Pablinski, who's a young defender. And Chris Hayden, who is not a young defender. Very experienced right back, Chris Hayden. And we'll get underway once again with a drop ball. Chesterton will be the man to deal with it. It's with Miles. Down towards Kyle Carey. Challenging on Recchi and a stumble by Agambiade, but Carey maintains possession. If I can get one back here, he could open the game up a bit more. Here's Chesterton. Not across the penalty area, but it's picked up by Ballinger. Callum Ballinger. Morrison wants it. He may as well have a crack at it. His space covered up by his opposite number 11 in Elliott. Wills. This is much better from Coventry United. Bradshaw across towards. Oh, it's in! I thought he was crossing towards Agambiade, but how on earth has Jared Bradshaw scored that? He'll probably say it was a shot. But where was a shot or a cross, who cares? United are back in business. The ball sliced in from the right-hand side, bouncing in off the far post. Coventry United have cut the deficit. It's 3-1. Well, you're certainly getting your money's worth in terms of goals. That's 4 before the half-hour mark. And here come the red and greens again. Carey driving at Recchi. The young red and greens had their belief back. Bradshaw was rallying the troops in his goal celebration. Will it work? Carey. His pass deflected out by Locke. The throw nodded into the elbow. Rugby man towards Joe Blow is knocked away by the score of the first goal. Liam Francis out of play about 15 yards into Coventry United territory. Mollison. Now Chesterton looks for Agambiade. Shoving aside from Thomas enough to dispossess him. But Recchi can only find Mollison. Lost it left. Recchi scoops it up and out. Coventry United throw in virtually the same position as the last one. Throw by Chesterton, straight to Recchi, who puts it straight out again. This time level with the penalty area. United are making progress here. Chesterton to Kyle Carey. In by Chesterton towards Agambiade. It's brought to feet by Locke, who's now playing as a makeshift centre-back. And towards the halfway line where Ballinger returns to Chris Roscoe. His first game in over a month. Miles. Closed down by several sky blue shirts, but once now with a return to Roscoe, who just dinks it past Wilson. Shows the confidence of Roscoe. It's intercepted by Kane Elliott. What a side chance that is from Jake Williams to win possession back for Coventry United. Now driving on is Mollison. Caught up by Achenkora, and Achenkora's presence has allowed Seal to track back and swipe it from under the former Highgate man's nose. It's a poor long ball, though, into the penalty area and bounces out for the goal kick. 32 minutes have gone here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 1, Rugby Town 3. Jim saying, don't let them score again. Well, if they do, Jim, Rugby are in trouble. At the moment, they still have a comfortable lead, so not panic stations just yet. Mollison. Flicked on under pressure from Kane Elliott. Blow's going to take it into the path of Summerfield. But Kolodinsky tries his efforts. It's a tame ball bubbling into the hands of Roscoe. Summerfield. Chased by Kolodinsky, covered up by Miles. And Miles shuffling the ball into touch beautifully. Great work from the stand-in Coventry United captain. As we said, Roy DeVoe not in the squad today. He's suspended. 5th yellow card of the season picked up at Roughwell. Roscoe looking for Kyle Carey, beaten mid-air by Recchi. Wilson the target. Aerial duel won by Williams. The danger not over yet. Williams clears now. Bradshaw. Mollison. Space opens up for Kyle Carey. It's through the Rugby back line, but out comes Hill to meet it. Got some distance behind that clearance. It's just shy of the Coventry United penalty area. Out for a Coventry United throw on the left wing. Sir Boom Malort to the ground up to Rugby's game last week. I thought they were lucky to win. Well, it hasn't really been luck that I'd say has won it for Rugby so far. It's been their clinical nature. Coventry have opened the door for them 3 times. And all 3 times they accepted the invitation. United had to go out and craft the goal for themselves. It was a lucky goal. I'm sure Jared Bradshaw will try and tell us. He meant it. He was looking for the top corner from that cross. Don't believe a word he says. But that's, I believe that's 3 goals in 4 matches now for Jared Bradshaw. Agambiade wrestling with Thomas. Referee says it was fair game, lofted away by Francis, only as far as Kyle Carey. But the man on call as Summerfield was ready to take it off him. Crossfield border, Bradshaw. Care for 2, sir. Well, he's in the right position, but surely he'll go for a cross this time. Oh, no, he's going to take on Francis and wins. Achenkora steams in and takes it out for the corner. Bounce right to the last 10 minutes of the first half here on CUTV. Simon Reynolds tuned in says, come on, United, what would we do without you, Liam? Well, you've already seen that, son, when I was at Bedworth for 6 months. You didn't like it. Also, we'll send our best wishes to our club treasurer, Alan Ward, who is tuned in from his hospital bed. We're all with you, Alan. I'll see you again soon, mate. By Chesterton. Williams is there. It's nodded up by Recchi, and the job firmly finished by Seal. An indecision there between Wills and Callum Ballinger as to who was claiming that bouncing ball. It was Ballinger who got his head to it, keeping it away from Wilson. Now Bradshaw's dropped back to collect for the red and greens. Blowers. Oh, that would have been a great ball down the right-hand side for Wills. It was just cut out by Akankora. United not giving up on this move, though. It's played through. Agambiade's offside. If a striker is found in too much space, there's usually a reason. Oh, Brad Coleman's getting cheeky now. Bedworth, oh dear, Cookie, that was a low point for you. It was a low point for the club, mate. And Simon Rolls saying, we're going to win 4-3. Stranger things have happened. Jim O'Driscoll doesn't agree. That's what we like to see on the YouTube comment section. A bit of banter, a bit of conversation. That's what it's there for. So it's Hill down the left. Cushion headed by Wilson to Kolodinsky. Stretched to find the team member. It's collected by Mollison in the midfield. Chesterton chips it over Kane Elliott. Carry force back to his frontier by Elliott. Only as far as Summerfield. But the ball is too quick, too hot for Elliott to handle. And it's out for a goal kick. So it's Roscoe down the centre of the park looking for Ballinger. Elliott gets his bonds on that. Ryan Seal hooks it over the defence. Wilson, can he bring it down and score? Oh, yes, he can. Delightful for Jordan Wilson. The 3-goal lead restored for Rugby Town. The defence and the goalkeeper caught in no man's land. You can't keep giving Rugby chances and expect them to get away with it. But credit to Wilson. It was a beautiful finish. You can give a team as many chances as you like. If they don't take them, it won't hurt you. But Rugby are a side who capitalise when given the opportunity. Coventry United 1, Rugby Town 4. Chesterton looking for Agambiades. We're back underway. Cushion header by Josh Thomas out on this near side. Chesterton. First to Kyle Carey. Mollison. Shoulder to shoulder with Elliott, brushes him aside, and it's with Jake Williams all the way back with Roscoe. Probably not the best of games for Roscoe to come back in, but he did mark this day as his return date when he was first injured. That ball bounces out on the far side, just shy of the halfway line. Roscoe first got injured against Romans. He said, I want to be back for the rugby game. Well, he's back and he's not enjoying the best of afternoons. Well, the next time we come to you live over here on CUTV is the last game before Christmas, next Saturday. That is a trip to Desborough. And then after that, we're hopping across the ring road, which unfortunately is closed, off to Spinks. Oh, and Wilson trying to get on the end of that free kick, couldn't stretch far enough. That's into the last 5 minutes of the first half. It's a first half that the Red Green Army will want to forget very quickly. Wills deflected through to Agambiade. Turns his man, carries through on the left-hand side, but Agambiade going alone. Slide challenge in from Thomas, and he slows Agambiade, but in fact, there's Kane Elliott to snatch the ball and thump it up the other end. Rugby have got their goals. They're going to be happy to sit back and take the W. It's down to Coventry United to break down that sky blue wall as Blowers is hacked down from behind by Ryan Seal. Free kick Coventry United. Now Simon Reynolds saying we're going to win 5-4. Well, I'd love to see 4 more goals for Coventry United. Let's see if that's possible after the break. Carl Nolan's words of wisdom usually result in a better display after the break. And could they give themselves a lifeline here with Bradshaw? Great save! Blowers with the rebound. Another brilliant save from Matt Hill. United very close to cutting the deficit again, which would have made the team look a lot easier. As it stands, Rugby maintain the 3-goal advantage. Carey going crowded out, but he gets the punch. As far as Ballinger, here's Carey on the edge of the area, dinks it through. Oh, and it was just under hit to Mollison, and it's Kane Elliott who sends it into the Coventry United junior players. You know, the mascots of the team today, and the young goalkeeper throws it to Chesterton. Carey. And Blowers caught out by Recchi. And here come the Valley one more time. Ahankora. Thomas wants it. It's with Wilson. Ahankora was caught in a Coventry United sandwich there between a rock and a hard place, otherwise known as Bradshaw and Wills. And gets the free kick. Short free kick taken. Kolodinsky. Scores with Kane Elliott, tries his luck. Roscoe sees it coming all the way and bounces well wide. Williams looks for Agambiade just over the head of United's top scorer and safely back with Thomas. Here's Hill, the goalkeeper. Agambiade tries to close him down, but the ball's already gone when he gets there. Miles. Carey. Bradshaw wants it played through. It's a bit too central for Bradshaw. Had the right distance on it, but Bradshaw trying to make those runs. Might have been Coventry United's best player in the first half. He usually does find himself taking over half time though for tactical reasons. Miles. Agambiade held by Thomas. Could have put it through for Joe Blows there, but it would have been a risky ball. Agambiade onto the halfway line with Chesterton. Adam Miles driving through the midfield. Through ball for Kyle Carey to chase. Recchi taps it out on this near side. Level with the box for a Coventry United throw. What will Carey do with this? And the referee, he wants a word with Edwin Ahankora. Not entirely sure what the discussion is about. There will be a throw for Carey. It's a bitterly cold day at the Butts Park Arena. Feigns the throw, but now does find Agambiade. Handball claims. Referee says no. Chesterton. Back to Agambiade. Finds Bradshaw. In the box, Jared Bradshaw. Standing challenge from Locke. As far as Carey now taking on Summerfield. Carey hooks it in. It's over Bradshaw. Nodded up by Thomas and out by Ahankora. Ballinger and Wills trying to keep it alive, and they've done so. Bradshaw. Now Ballinger with the cross. Cannons off the backside of Liam Francis. Coventry United throw. Again level with the penalty area, but this time on the right wing. Will try and find. He'll find Ballinger. Right into the corner. Loses that to Elliott. And now upfield, here's Jordan Wilson. Little shove from behind by Mitch Mollison. Referee says it's enough for the free kick. We are now into added minutes. I don't think there'll be too many of them. Apart from the goal celebrations, there haven't really been too many stoppages. The only real stoppage we had, aside from the goals, was the injury to Joe Blowers. I think the players and the fans will be glad of a warm drink at half-time. And we are going off air at half-time for around 10 minutes, so we'll be back here for 4 o'clock for the conclusion of this match. Blowers chasing the ball from Mollison, but it's Alex Locke who nods it onto Summerfield. Return to Locke. Across comes Miles, who lobs it out. And onto the top row of the Butts Park Arena. And that one supporter in that corner has got the unfortunate task of having to go and find it. Wilson. Retchie lets it roll. Wilson. Perfectly timed slide by Blows, and it had to be. But it's collected by Locke. Drills it. Saved by Roscoe, but the second fall to Wilson, who saves again. Across towards Seal. Kolodinsky. Wilson would have had a tapping if it reached him. Summerfield. What a way to end the first half. And what a first half it has been for rugby. Half-time score, Coventry United 1, Rugby Town 4. Handshakes all around, but the job is not done for the Valley. They've got to come out fighting in the second half, because you can guarantee that's what Coventry United will be doing. Half-time score, Coventry United 1, Rugby Town 4. We're going off there for 10 minutes on CUTV. Well, after a eventful first half, we're back here on Coventry United TV. Half-time score, Coventry United 1, Rugby Town 4. A little late arrival there as Jordan Wilson was making his way back rather late from the dressing room. I'm not sure whether he had a bit of a Jason Puncheon moment, but we'll ask him after the game. So we're set for the second half. 7th place Coventry United against league leaders Rugby. It's now Rugby kicking from right to left and all sky blue. Here's Akincourt. And the ball from France is cut out by Bradshaw, who has survived the half-time interval this time. Bradshaw closing down on Kane Elliott's congested on this near side and eventually just bounces off the leg of Sean Wills. Right on the halfway line, Akincourt looking for an option upfield. Also Wilson nods it up, Akincourt gets the seconds. That's Bradshaw. Up the right touchline. Here's Akinbiade. Overlap being made by Blowers. Blowers should reach that first. He's one-on-one with Hill. This to get Coventry United back into it. Squares for Carl Carey. Coventry United immediately back in the game within a minute of the kickoff.
That's a good start.
Rugby have only conceded 7 goals all season. They've conceded twice today. The belief is back. Could Coventry United do the unthinkable? Fantastic ball from Akinbiade to find Joe Blowers. It was just onside. It was marginal. He had to time his run just right. Could have gone for goal himself and tried and took one in at the near post against Hill, but squared it for Carey, who tapped it into an unguarded net. Coventry United are back in the game. And the throw from Thomas to Recchi. Now Rugby are going to have to wake up after a slow start to the second half. As Roy said at half-time, it is a game of 2 halves, and it started well for Coventry United as the ball floats into the Coventry United danger zone, nodded into the box by Wilson, and it's a pretty simple catch for Roscoe. And United on the attack again, but logged away by Josh Thomas. Into the box and turned away by Williams, only as far as Edwin Akincourt. A slip by Sean Wills opens the door down the left-hand side, and the cross is out of play from a sliding Callum Ballinger. Well, the setting sun could be a problem for the Rugby Town attackers and their goalkeeper, Matt Hill. Hill is now taking his cap off. Maybe that affected his judgment in the goal, and it's a simple catch for Roscoe. Waiting for the players to disperse so he can get a bit of room to kick. It's down the centre. Bounced away from Blowers only as far as Elliott. The Coventry have got it back after a poor ball from Kane Elliott. Blowers barged to the ground by the sizable presence of Recchi. Quick free kick taken. It's Mollison launches it into the penalty area. Bradshaw chasing. Bradshaw against Akincourt. Akincourt gets there first. Shields the ball into touch. Great work from the Rugby left back. If you're just joining us here on CUTV, we've had another goal. 6 goals already. And we've only had 48 minutes. Coventry United pulling one back. It's now Coventry United 2, Rugby Town 4. Will this spark the red and greens to life as Ballinger nods it out away from Jordan Wilson. And so this is becoming a bit of a problem, not just for the players, but also for me and Royston up here. Mainly for Royston, because every time I move, he gets blinded. Well, at least we know how to wind him up now for the next 10 minutes. Coventry United forced into their own backyard. Miles. Here's Chesterton, who's had a rare off game today, Harry Chesterton. He's been one of the standouts since his switch from Solihull. Carey hassled and harried by Recchi, who's in an alien part of the field, but it's a cross now with Mollison. Nearly caught short by his opposite number 11 in Kane Elliott. Launch dropped to the left-hand side for Chesterton to give chase. He didn't time his run as well as Blowers did, and he is caught offside. 5 minutes gone in the second half, 40 to go. Coventry United 2, Rugby Town 4. Kyle Carey getting Coventry United back within 2 goals of the league leaders. And Rugby's goals against tally has gone up from 7 to 9. Not sure if any team scored more than 2 goals against Rugby this season. Not sure how many have scored more than 1. There's Banninger, nods it up towards Agambiade, bounces over Agambiade and Thomas, but Thomas gets the seconds first, hooking it upfield, run it down by Adam Miles. First to it is Kane Elliott. Followed all the way by Banninger, and that takes him off his stride there. The ball is collected by Chesterton, lunge in by Alex Locke, taking out blows. Did get a bit of the ball, but I think he got the man first. And there's going to be a substitution here, and Alex Locke is being taken off. He's going to be replaced by Kino Rossa. Very early substitution for Rugby. A reminder that teams can make up to 5 changes with 3 intervals, not including half-time. No changes were made at half-time. So Rugby have only got the 2 chances left to make their 4 remaining changes. Coventry are yet to make any of theirs. So it's Miles standing in for Ride the World, was captain today. Cross the ball looking for Sean Wills, beaten in the air by Akincourt, but gets his head on the ball, keeping it away from Kane Elliott. Little stumble from Wills, who's had that problem today. Maybe it's a problem with his studs. Wilson in from the side on Banninger. Coventry United throw about 10 yards down line from the penalty area. One of the supporters has got to go into the towards the concession stand here at Coventry United to go and fetch the ball. No ball boys at step 5 of non-league, unfortunately. There's the throw from Wills. Muted appeals for a foul throw. Referee says no. But it's Rugby come away with it now. Kane Elliott darting away from blowers in towards the centre circle. Takes it too close to Kyle Carey. But Chesterton loses that one-on-one duel with Summerfield. Kolodinski looking for Wilson. It's a poor ball. Williams able to clear as far as the number 7, Ryan Seal. Kolodinski looking for a route in from the right, covered up by Messrs Chesterton and Carey. And he's, and there's a bit of a push there on the, not a bit of a push, a big push on Harry Chesterton from David Kolodinski. And a yellow card for Rugby's all-time top scorer. Shoving Chesterton to the ground. Well, the ball was out of like that. But, well, the Rugby fans saying it was shocking. Not being funny, the Coventry United man was sent halfway to China with that push. If that's not a yellow card, I'm not sure what is. And it's down line now with Dan Summerfield. Wilson the target, again headed away by Williams, but back in the danger zone. Wilson, after their header by Kolodinski, can only flick it into touch. Miles. This could be a lengthy highlights video here on CUTV. There's a lengthy ball from Miles, but Agambiade was clearly beyond the last man. Offside flag raised, rightly so. Flag raised about 5 yards into Rugby territory, so the free kick taken almost on the halfway line. Run away by Wills on the fringe of the penalty area, but Coventry can't clear. Elliott. Oh, that's a great ball to Seal. Trying to pull it across. Blocked on the slide by Miles. And Sean Wills lofts away. Nodded on by Agambiade. The keeper and Kerry both coming for it. And Matt Hill wins that race. And he had to. If he lost, then Kerry would have had an easy second goal of the game. Coventry would have cut the deficit to 1. If United can get this next goal, they will believe they can get something from this game. As Akincourt couldn't bring it to feet down the left-hand side, covered up by Sean Wills. Coventry United throw. Mollison. Return to sender there from Thomas. Here's Blowers. And the challenge from Thomas taking Blowers off his game. A little bit whack of the finger there from Joe Blowers. Knows he was caught out on that occasion as he was forced to loft it into the Butts Park Arena stand, the XL Motors stand. We're awaiting official confirmation of the crowd. I'm expecting over 250, which would be the biggest attendance Coventry have had all season. So we wait to hear that. There's probably only going to be one bigger crowd this season, and that'll be for the Coventry Spinks game, and that isn't until April. Blowers. Chesterton. Oh, look at that, float it over to Joe Blowers. He did float it over Blowers, unfortunately. Thomas. Launched down the right side. Wilson's not going to be able to claim that. But it does bounce out of play for a throw-in right in the corner. Coventry have got to be careful not to be crowded into that corner by Rugby. Well, Jim's got a bit quiet on the YouTube comment section. You're right, Jim. Maybe a tad nervous that Coventry have got the first goal. It's going to be another throw. Deflected out off Seal this time. Launched along the touchline. Agambiade gets a head on it. Can he play it through for Joe Blowers? No, he couldn't. He couldn't get the space. He maintains possession. Determined run from Agambiade. Looking back to his best after a quieter performance against Rothwell. His first game back. He's played all the way back to Roscoe by Carey. I was told he had time as Coventry United. Spot of trouble there. Mollison, caught in possession by Seal. Now it's up with Wilson. Squares for Kolodinsky. Advantage given for Rugby. Kolodinsky couldn't keep the effort down. That's surprising from Kolodinsky. You don't usually see him miss those sorts of chances. Well, Coventry United are going to make their first change, and I think it's the change that the Red and Green Army wanted. Renato Prifty is getting ready. He's going to have to wait as we're back underway with Wills. Here's Bradshaw. Question is, who's going to be the man to come off? Could Coventry United have a formation change here? Maybe try and push more men upfield? Does run the risk of allowing Rugby more space to utilise at the back. Agambiade trying to run beautifully from that lofted ball, but he could be outpaced here by Keena Rosser, and Rosser has got there first place. It back with Hill. Matt Hill playing well in the air by Williams. Now Bradshaw. Blowers wants it played down the middle. Agambiade, he was just deflected away from Agambiade by Josh Thomas. It's down to Rugby to try and control this second half now. They've got a 2-goal lead. It's still a comfortable lead. It's not into the box by Wilson, straight to Roscoe. Simon Reynolds is happy that Prifty's about to come on. Simon is actually the sponsor of not just Renata, but a whole host of Coventry United players with his company, the Grassroots Gardening Company. Chesterton, will he meet the run of Agambiade? Yes, he does. Agambiade cushions it and looking for the overlap now. Finds it with Kyle Carey, cutting in from the left-hand side. Carey's got Blowers there and plays it across to Mollison. Urged to shoot by the crowd. He did shoot. Had plenty of power behind it. Just needed to be a tad lower to cause some problems for Rugby. And here comes the change for Coventry United. Who's it going to be heading off? It's Callum Ballinger. So Callum Ballinger is leaving the field, a defensive midfielder for a very much attacking midfielder. He's had 2 substitute appearances since his return from a long-term injury. He scored in both of those matches and got an assist as well. Jim was looking for his earphones. Hope he didn't miss the Coventry United goal. He says, I'm fine, Liam. Can't afford to give away any more goals. I was looking for my earphones. You're right there, Jim. If Rugby concede again, then it could hit the fan. Wills throwing the halfway line. Return ball from Blowers was just too powerful. Field, here's Hill. Mollison gets his head in the clearance. Agambiade is offside. If he had have left it, Blowers might have been able to get there. And Rugby, it appears, getting another change ready. Seal. Cross the ball to Summerfield, playing a very much higher line. Elliott beats Mars of pace, just keeps it in, but cuts across behind the goal. Oh, Simon's having a bit of fun with Jim, saying he missed 4 goals and Coventry United are in front. If only, Simon. Because we are impartial here in CUTV, we call it as it is, but we always want to see Coventry United win. Agambiade just a couple of yards behind that ball down the left-hand side, and it's going to be Tom Fielding coming on. Defensive change, I believe. Could it be that Rugby go even more defensive? They're already playing 5 at the back. Hill floats over the head of Blowers. Williams with the block. Briefly skips away from the challenge of Francis. Williams looking for Sean Wills. It's over Wilson, nodded on by Achencora to Francis. Header into the middle by Wilson, looking for Kolodinsky. Miles is there, only as far as Thomas. And a poor ball rolls to the feet of Harry Chesterton. Looking to set up Carey for the run. It bounces past Loiso Recchi, and now Carey has got a chance to cross. Kyle Carey, will he go for goal or shoot or cross or Blowers? Blowers, just trying to set himself with a strike, but on the slide it was Thomas who got there. Now at the other end, here's Wilson with space. Wilson, for a moment I thought that took a deflection of Jake Williams, but it didn't. It was just a straight shot well wide by Jordan Wilson. In fact, it's going to be 2 changes. It looks like Semihimbo's going to be the other one. Blowers, he's offside. That's a shame. And here come the changes. Kolodinsky off. And on comes Tom Fielding. That's the first one. Who's the second change? I believe it's going to be Semihimbo coming on. It is. It's Madundo Semihimbo coming on for Jordan Wilson. So Fielding and Semihimbo on for Kolodinsky and Wilson. Actually, it looks like they're both going to be attacking changes. So fresh legs up front for Rugby. They can see it again. They won't have to rely on the tired legs of Wilson and Kolodinsky, certainly veterans of the game. Simon's asking, how's Royski, Liam? Is he wrapped up well? I'm not sure whether he's wrapped up or he's just been having too many mince pies, Simon. He's got his rather fetching green Christmas hat on as well. Looks like the Grinch's cousin. Agambiade hassling and harrying Kina Rossa, and the referee has given the free kick. Bit too much pressure from behind from the United man. Well, let's have a look. Oh, there's been a goal at the Select Car Leasing Stadium. Reading 1, Coventry City 0. A goal from Amadou Salif Mbenge. Try saying that 5 times after you had a pint. Help. Move it down to Jared Bradshaw. Flicked on by Joseph Agambiade. Pretty trying to get to the seconds. Recchi there first. And Coventry United fans trying to get behind their boys. But not out of the game yet. We've had 64 minutes. And United are 2 goals behind. They can easily find an equalising goal. Crossfield ball. It's towards Kyle Carey. Matt Hill had to get there first and did swiped it to the right. Just kept in by Summerfield. His clearance charged down by the back of Joe Blowers. And it will be a throw-in for Rugby, level with their own box. And again, they've got to get this right. They lose the ball. They invite pressure from Coventry United. And we can see David Pawlinski warming up along the touchline. He's a young defender. A couple more subs warming up for Rugby. They've only got 2 left. And 1 chance to make them. They have Fitzharris and English, who can still come onto the field. Semihimbo loses out to Chesterton. Coventry United had the throw in front of Rugby's technical area. Look for Prifty. And it falls to Williams in the centre circle. And that ball from Williams was aimed towards Wills, but cut out by Achencora. Tried to play through the substitute attackers. Didn't work out that way. Roscoe launches it away. And Coventry United have got themselves a throw deep into Rugby territory after Summerfield tried to bring that ball to feet. Just flicked off his boot. Throw to the feet of Bradshaw. On the return ball to Chesterton. A second touch on the way through. He did cross the line. I thought actually it was going to be a rugby throw, but nil point. Oh, God, I said a French phrase. That means France are going to win tonight. Miles towards Agambiade, met in the air by Francis, but brought to the ground by Sean Wills. Wills in from the side and gets the throw in, forcing Francis to tap it out. Great work from Wills, who's been a revelation this season for Coventry United. That's surely handball against Liam Francis there. Referee says no, but he's out-muscled by Agambiade. Bradshaw's there with him. Agambiade tries to cross, and it's into the gut of Hill, the near post. So asking, is Roy's beard any longer? Yes, it is. He's looking more and more like Santa every day. Hill. Semihimbo's the target. Miles gets his head to it only as far as Kane Elliott. Summerfield. Fielding, poor touch, takes it to Mollison. Bradshaw, Agambiade. Oh, he was in an offside position when he received the ball. You can see what United are trying to do, trying to utilise those little gaps in the back line. But the biggest problem with Agambiade, he's a fantastic finisher, is timing those runs. That's his biggest problem. Semihimbo, surrounded by red shirts. Summerfield making the overlap, but Semihimbo forced back to Kane Elliott. Lost it left for Edwin Achencora. Has done well to get on the end of that one. Covered up by Wills. Lunging from behind by Wills. He got the ball, but he got the man first. Free kick on the left side of the box for Rugby. Rugby's nicknamed the Valley, coming from one of their former names, Valley Sports. They still have the VS initials on their main stand at Butlin Road. Ryan Seal, who bagged twice against Milton Keynes Irish on Saturday. Seal looking to be the difference maker again after that match-winning display last week. Puts it in, flicked in! Josh Thomas gets in on the act. Again, United failing to pick up the danger man. Thomas beat his man to the ball and flicked it beyond Roscoe. And surely that is the win wrapped up for Rugby.
First one left to go to Rugby Town, Josh Thomas.
So Agambiade restarts with 21 minutes to go. Coventry United 2, Rugby Town 5. I wouldn't exactly call it a 7-goal thriller, but it's been a thrilling afternoon for the travelling Rugby supporters. Agambiade lunged in on Rosser in Rugby's backyard. Here's Prifty. A barge from behind by Ritchie. Coventry United have the throw. If you are tuned in and you are enjoying the coverage here on CUTV, remember to hit the like button. Just let us know you're enjoying it. Leave any feedback in the comment section. In fact, it's going to be a corner kick for Coventry United. It was going to be a throw there. Prifty standing over it. Can Coventry United cut the deficit again? No, they can't. Good strong header away at the near post by Kane Elliott for a throw-in for Coventry United. just outside the box. Blowers. Joe Blowers. With Wills. Blowers again. That's Semihimbo. Blows in towards Prifty. Thompson's header brought down by Adam Miles, who's almost playing as a makeshift centre forward at the moment, rather than a centre back. Prifty finds Carey on the left. Going to weave his way into the box, called up by Elliott and Swampy, but lost it up to Bradshaw. Resolute defending from Rugby, but Carey looking to break it down towards Akambiade. High boots by Joseph Akambiade, as he was shoulder to shoulder with Josh Thomas. And here comes the fourth and final change for Rugby Town. Ryan Seal leaving the field. That rhymes. And he is replaced by Luke English.
Change for Rugby Town on Luke English off Ryan Seal.
The Rugby fans giving Seal their seal of approval. Applauding the number 7 as he leaves the field. Jim O'Driscoll saying, yes, come on, Valley, let's have another one. And as Simon said in the comments, he's getting greedy here. You've got 5, Jim. You've probably got the 3 points too. Make do with that. It's towards Semihimbo. Nodded away by Miles. Here's Carey dropping deep. It's deflected out. Coventry United had the throw. Towards Recchi. And United getting a change ready. That's why David Pablinski is going to come on for his Coventry United League debut. Ahankora. Fielding. To find a route past Williams. Up to Ahankora. It's just the wrong side of the line now. It's going to be a offside anyway. Free kick. Coventry making 3 changes here, are they? Well, they're certainly making 2. That's Archie Gallagher and David Pablinski getting ready. I think Chris Hayden too. No, I think Carl Nolan recognising that the game is gone and just wants to get some minutes in for players who haven't been utilised as much as they would have liked. Fielding. Crossing opportunity here for Summerfield. It was across the box. No one home. So Coventry are now ready to make changes 2, 3, and 4. Right, so, Roy, get ready. So the first player coming off, Joseph Agambiade. Second player coming off, Jake Williams. And who's the third one coming off? Jared Bradshaw. So Bradshaw heading off. So coming on, David Pablinski, Archie Gallagher. And the final change, wait a minute. I believe, is that Ethan Kavanagh? It is. So a home debut for Pablinski and for Kavanagh. So a reminder of those 3 changes for Coventry United. Bradshaw, Agambiade, Williams off. Gallagher, Kavanagh, and Pablinski on. And United have one more change they can make. They can bring on Chris Hayden a little later on in the game. I think that really is a sign that United have accepted defeat and they're just going to try and give some of the fringe players a chance. And it's into Semihimbo. Plenty of height, plenty of power, but a lack of precision from the substitute. 15 minutes to go. Coventry United 2, Rugby Town 5. Stranger things have happened. We've seen 3 goals late on in the Coventry United game before. Who can forget the FA Vars match against Bromsgrove a few years ago? I certainly haven't. That was about 4 years ago. Gallagher. Oh, just didn't get the right contact now as he tried to play it through for Kavanagh. The aimless ball down the middle for Rugby. Collected by Roscoe. Not the way that he would have liked to announce his return. He did his best to get back for this game. Also fielder Semihimbo, who scored in the 2-0 victory over Coventry United at Butlin Road earlier this season. But Chesterton comes away with it. Now Gallagher. Blocked up by Sky Blue Warren, who was just about to play it down the left-hand side for Carey. He was beaten to the punch by Summerfield. It's out of play for a Coventry United throw just in front of the technical area. And Chris Hayden is ready to come on, the Coventry United final change. Pawlinski shields well from fielding. He wants some movement. Launches it towards the run of Chesterton. Nodded up by Recchi. Chesterton gets the seconds. The header collected by Summerfield. Now almost playing as a defensive midfielder. There's Francis. Brought to feed by Pawlinski. Hot prospect for Coventry United. Here's Kavanagh. Joe Blowers. Bit of space utilised for Blowers. Oh, what a fantastic run. Looking for Renato Prifty deflection. Takes it to Mitch Mollison. Looking for Carey. A foot to it from English on that occasion, and Recchi does the rest. Miles. Lofts it up. Carried on only as far as Summerfield. Now Miles back with Roscoe. Kyle Carey. Looking for the run of Kavanagh maybe. Oh, it's stopped by Gallagher. And Keena Russell with the interception, back with Hill. Recchi. Elliot the target, it's a great ball to Kane. Elliot puts it through. Semihimbo, he just rolls across the face of goal. And Semihimbo will catch it up. If that ball was a little bit lighter, it would have been surely goal number 6 for Rugby, but it's back in. English couldn't get the header away, got the shot away, but again off target. And here comes the last change for both Rugby and Coventry United. Who's heading off? It's Sean Wills for Chris Hayden. Like for like swap. Wills did what was required. And is Summerfield heading off as well? Yes, he is. So Summerfield leaving the field for Rugby, and heading on in his place is Barry Fitzharris. With Hill launching away, so that's all 5 changes made now. We did assume that Rugby wouldn't be able to make the last change, but it appears that the referee has allowed them to make another change or another interval. It's their 4th interval. Semihimbo, and he was offside. He had the one-on-one, put it in the back of the net anyway. That could get him a yellow card for kicking the ball away. The referee showing a bit of leniency there. Mollison. Looking to float over Blowers. That's off the head of Francis. That ball towards the right-hand side. Carey lets it roll through his legs and finds Chesterton. Well, we've got a name on CUTV man of the match shortly, so let us know who you think it should be. Coventry players only, mind you. Oh, that's a great ball to Kavanagh. Francis couldn't retrieve it. Even Kavanagh, can he find an option? Gallagher's in there. The defender got his head to it first, Recchi. And now Semihimbo chases the ball from fielding. Miles gets there first and sends it over the white line. Rugby throw. Rugby in no rush to take it. Coventry United trying to speed up play a little bit. Just across the fielding. English is at the far post, but it's over everyone. And now Chesterton on the run. His run stopped by English, but collected by Kyle Carey. On the ball, deflected back into the area where Roscoe was able to collect. And Semihimbo trying to block Roscoe's path. Slightly unsporting, but going to be expected. Put out by Francis. That ball down the right hand side intended for Kavanagh. 10 minutes to go. Coventry United 2, Rugby Town 5. 7 goals for £8. Can't complain at that. Prithee looking to play it into the penalty area for Kavanagh. Francis gets there first and plays it back into the rugby area, lofted away by Hill. Here's Hayden. Now Prithee. Mollison lets it roll for Blowers, calling the bluff there of Josh Thomas. Here's Carey. Saves himself with a strike. Cannons off the defender and nodded away by Thomas. Carey again. Chesterton taking it in his stride. Here's Prithee. Can United get one back? Renato Prithee in towards Gallagher. Just couldn't get the shot away. Well, we're going to name our CUTV man of the match. And we're going to get to a player who really has been maybe underappreciated this season. It's been a fantastic addition to the Coventry United side. And today he's been playing some good balls, trying to get United on the front as much as he can. A real dogged performance in the midfield. We're giving it to number 11, Mitch Mollison. Here's the kick from Hill. Cavanagh's header. And Gallagher dispossessed by Francis. Offside flag stays down against fielding, or does it? No, it doesn't. And unlike Semihimbo, as he tried the shot, he was saved by Roscoe. And there's been a goal in the World Cup quarter-final between Morocco and Portugal, and Morocco are leading Portugal. Morocco 1, Portugal 0. Goal scored by N. Nesri. We'll see what's going on in the championship game. Coventry still losing in their match against Reading. Carrying for a route in. Oh, a bit of a body check there as it was left on the ground, and now Rugby on the counter. Can they seal what has been a pretty special day with goal number 6? Oh, and fielding taken out by Kyle Carey. Wanted a bit of retribution there, did the Coventry United veteran. And a yellow card to Kyle Carey. United's first of the afternoon. Some of the supporters make their way back to warmer climes. We've just been told the attendance today, 286. It's United's best attendance of the season so far. Short one taken. Francis in there again. Looking to repeat the feat of the first goal, but it was well off the mark this time. Kavanagh chasing the ball from Roscoe, shepherded into touch by Achenkora. Rugby completing the double over Coventry United this season. Into the last 5 minutes. Mollison. Hayden, back to Mollison. Cross the ball, looking for Carey. That's a great ball from Mollison. Finds Carey on the left. Hooks it in. It's over, wants to retreat, but finds another in Kavanagh. Oh, and he looked to find Joe Blowers for the strike, but it was cut out at the last possible moment. Now Semihimbo. Taking on Bablinski, and he's won that battle. Oh, taken out by Miles in the area. Penalty to Rugby. Miles in from the side. And Rugby have a chance to make it a Super 6. Well, Junior was saying that 6 would be such a nice round number in the YouTube comment section. Now's your chance. And it's going to be Semihimbo. He was denied his goal earlier on in the second half as he put the ball in the back of the net after the offside flag had been raised. Now he's got a one-on-one chance with Roscoe. His last penalty he saved, and he saves that one! Fantastic save from Roscoe. Diving down to the left-hand side. Well, Chris Roscoe likes saving penalties, especially in that goal. So that's the last 3 penalties taken at the Butts Park Arena by opposition players that have been saved. Well, maybe we should give Roscoe man of the match. Sorry, Jim, you're going to have to wait for goal number 6. Here's Prifty. He was leaving Fitzharris behind. It took him into the challenge of Keno Rossa. 2 minutes to go. And Semihimbo could be found here if it wasn't for a good header by Peblinski. And Chris Hayden ensures that Achenkora won't get a chance to cross it in. Out on this near side. Rugby throw, knocking on the door of the penalty area. Still looking for that 6th goal. Shit. Goes towards the, it's not wide by Semihimbo. Jim says, thank you for the commentary, Liam. Much appreciated here in Ireland, Jim. Glad you enjoyed it, mate. And also, you probably enjoyed it more than I did. But we'll hope to give you a good game next season. Referee blows the whistle for a free kick there against Kavanagh. Into the final seconds of the M6 derby at a freezing cold Butts Park Arena. Fitzharris looks for Achenkora. Maybe one more opportunity for Rugby before the referee blows for the final whistle. It's down line with Fitzharris again. Thomas. And here's Recchi, the captain. Down line with Recchi. Lofted up towards Fielding, the substitute. One mid-air by Pawlinski. You know what, after seeing him for the first time, really, since that Timmerdale game, which was, you know, an awful experience for everyone for Coventry United, I'm actually quite impressed by Pawlinski. He could be a good little player in the future for the Red and Greens. Stop field by English. Miles wants to hook away from Achenkora and does. Still the whistle says silent. Fitzharris' header. Fielding. Achenkora, and there's space on the left-hand side for Madundo Semihimbo. He puts it in the back of the net, but again, it won't be allowed. The flag raised. Just don't think Semihimbo's going to get a goal today. It's not meant to be. Roscoe just gets it away before Fielding could block it. Gallagher trying to cushion it to Blowers. Intercepted by Fitzharris. In the centre of the park, Adam Miles got his head to it. Once again, oh, a swing and a miss by Adam Miles. Now the chance for Fielding. Blocked off well by Pawlinski, getting his body between player and ball. Watch out for that name, David Pawlinski. Blowers. Now Carey. Something free for Prifty. Oh, just covered up by Rosser. Rosser looking to turn and loft the way and does. Along the touchline it goes, somehow has still stayed in, but Chesterton gets there ahead of Fielding. Pawlinski finds Roscoe. Deep into added time now here at the Butts Park Arena. Mollison. Kavanagh wants it played through. Here is Ethan Kavanagh. Son of the chairman, so no pressure. Drills it. And here's Gallagher. Archie Gallagher scores his first Coventry United goal. The 8th goal of the afternoon. United would have liked for more of those goals to be theirs. But a real feel-good moment to end the afternoon and end the calendar year at the Butts Park Arena. Archie Gallagher smashing the ball home, and Coventry United have made it 5-3. And with that, the home portion of 2022 comes to an end for Coventry United, a match that really epitomises Coventry United's year. A match full of thrills and spills, highs and lows, in a year where we very nearly lost Coventry United altogether. But they've ended strong, in a strong position, maybe not with the result they would have liked, but they've become the first team to put 3 past the league leaders, Rugby Town. No one else can say that. But it is Rugby Town who take home the 3 points. Final score here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 3, Rugby Town 5. And that's us done here on CUTV. Next time we're at the Butts Park Arena, it'll be 2023. But we've still got a couple of games to go until then. We've got the game against Desborough next week at Waterworks Field, and then we're back in Coventry, but the other side of the ring road against Coventry Spinks on Boxing Day. The highlights will be available tomorrow afternoon after all the festivities of today are out of the way. So, from everyone here at Coventry United TV, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.